All right, guys, another pretty short video here because the market is kind of dead and choppy and there's not a lot to talk about. I like to incorporate trading lessons and the stuff that I look for and stuff that met the parameters and had a nice trade. And honestly, there's not that many setting up the last few days. It's no big deal. I always say I'll just wait because there will be new leaders emerging and then we'll get setups from those, right? When I say leaders, I mean stocks that are in play, getting high relative volume, making nice moves. I don't mean market leaders as in investing because I don't invest. I'm a day trader, right? In cash every night. So as long as you understand that, this video will make sense. What are we watching for tomorrow? Let's start with the SPY real quick. We had that kind of shooting star look yesterday and then today kind of right back up, hanging out. Maybe 390 becomes the new 380. We'll see. Dow was up about 186 today, I believe. All right, so what are we watching for tomorrow? SHC, big pop, big breakout, pretty strong close. That goes on a chart. INM, let me show you 5-minute candles here. It had a really strong close. If you go out on 60s, it's well off these recent highs. But still, it held up pretty well today. It was on the morning gap play list. So we're going to watch that one tomorrow. BIOR was the one today that was just stupid strong. I did catch a couple pullback entries in it, but didn't make anywhere near what I should have out of something like this. My heartbreaking one was on this pullback right here. I was bidding 5's buy zone. I was bidding in front of 3. I think I had a bid at 303, and it turned around 310, something like that, and then ended up going to 560. So trying to get too cute maybe on my bid. We did a good job in the chat of discerning, hey, this is a strong one. It's certainly one to watch for pullbacks. But that was my heartbreaking bid that didn't get filled there. Anyway, it certainly goes on watch for tomorrow. Shorts in trouble on this one if it holds up. HOTH, a recent high flyer, but gave most of it back and now starting to curl up. I'm not a huge fan of it, but we'll see, right? DMTK, nice breakout today. We're going to keep that one on a chart. GSUN, I called this today. Right here, it hit 230. And I pointed out that yesterday's high was 230. If it consolidates at all, and we got like a 5-minute pullback, the break of 230. Went pretty quickly to 250. It held the stop of 220. So if you didn't let this shake you out, you ended up with a much better trade than I got. But anyway, that one's going to be back on watch tomorrow because look at the volume lately, right? Certainly in play. HKD, I got to zoom in for this one. Now, it's important to recognize this gapped up and ran to 37.72 4 sessions ago, and then we've got lower high, lower high, lower high. But we've completely round tripped from the gap up that day. Having said that, I still think this could give a nice short covering bounce if we get one of our A+ setups. I actually gave the idea in chat today, but I was late. Looked like this. I noticed that it had topped out at 15.25. We like quarter numbers, half numbers, and whole numbers, as you guys know. I typed out over 15.25 idea, but I don't think I got the post out in time, and it quickly popped to 17. And ended up rolling over, right? But as a day trader, you get long here, and you scale out into that pop. It's a nice little trade. Anyway, remember this daily chart. It's weird looking, but I still think it could give a nice percentage move if it meets our parameters. That's HKD. Couple more, three more. BYSI was on the watch list today. Talked about it kind of starting to curl back up. Made a nice move today, but I never traded it. And it is worth noting, it only traded $1 million all day. But the daily chart's certainly strong. CTMX. This one's a little weird because you had the gap up, the sell-off. Then it took out the highs of the gap up day the very next day. And then today kind of an inside day. But it's holding up well enough that I am going to put it on a chart. I always say it doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. And then lastly, APCX, which had a really nice move back here. Pulled back, and then today a strong move again. So we've got today's high and then the most recent high as potential stat catalysts tomorrow. So that one goes on watch as well. We'll add gappers in the pre-market as we always do together. And that's it for me. I'll see everybody in the chat room in the morning.